Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for the entire month of July for my Scorpios. Hello my Scorpios. So this is the longer reading, and when I do the longer reading I use 3 decks. So I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot card, gives me that main message. I follow up with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of fill in that gap. And then I finish with my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and that gives us what I call advice, okay? Now I have prayed, meditated, and infused each deck with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Now, I am doing the one reading for this month, and I'll do the same for August and September, and then we'll see in October. If people really want me to do twice a month on the longer readings, I will gladly do that. It just seems that people enjoy more of the shorter readings, so just wanted to let you know that. Now, I will be using my editing software program. Yeah, real good stuff, because I do have a clip about the general energies for July. There's some really major stuff. I won't go too much into it. I will stop this part, and the new one will start. It's about, if you want to just get right to the reading, it's about 12 minutes and 22 seconds from this moment on. Okay, talk to you on the flip side. July is going to be filled with a lot of energy, okay? So I did take some notes over here, so if my eyes drift over there, know why I'm doing that. But July, we start off with a new moon on the 2nd. And the 2nd, we also have a solar eclipse. Now, that's going to be seen more in the Pacific. So the people in the Northern Hemisphere will not necessarily see that. Then, that's on the 2nd. Then on the 16th, we have a partial lunar eclipse on the full moon. And now that will be in Capricorn, and that will be seen more in Europe. Okay? Now the solar eclipse is when the moon covers the sun, and the lunar eclipse is when the earth comes in between the moon and the sun. So the earth casts its shadow onto the moon. Both of these have very strong energies, and you can expect this energy to last for about 6 months, probably until the 25th, 26th of December, when we have another solar eclipse. Now, the new moon on the 2nd, this will be in the sign of Cancer, but there's a lot of astrological influences from Gemini on this. Now, the Cancer itself will be more of an emotional time. It will be about family, home. And you have to kind of watch your emotions a little bit because, again, remember, this is energy that will be lasting 6 months. It can fluctuate a little bit. The thing about this is that it's basically holding on to old grudges, old hurts, old patterns, okay? So again, the best thing to do when this happens is to try to forgive, try to forget. Remember, when I say forgive, I'm not saying that you have to, allow that energy back into your life. No. But forgiveness helps you, okay? Though the energy from Gemini, that actually will be bringing about a more playful, fun type of energy. And it will be about, it's a hopeful energy, and it will be about new beginnings, starting stuff. So this is the time. Remember, full moon to new moon is the waning moon, and that's when you release. New moon to full moon is the waxing moon. That's when you request. So this is really a good time. If there are things that you really want, if there are things that goals, aspirations, think about them, write them down. We talk about that all the time. Write them down, post them on the refrigerator. And, because this is about those new beginnings. And again, this energy will last longer. Now we go back to the full moon on the 16th. And that one, like I said, that's in Capricorn. And it's a partial lunar eclipse. It's like having a full moon on steroids, okay? It's that much stronger. Any of these, any of these eclipses, it basically puts so much oomph to this, to the, astrological. Now, let's see. It's time for you to work on your own confidence. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. Now, don't rely on others for your own, don't rely on others so much that, for their opinions, okay? So that's one of the things. But this is going to be there's going to be really intense emotions in the more public scene. This is kind of like that Scorpio moon we were talking about a couple months back. The full moon, secrets aren't allowed here. Well, this is going to be exposing the dirt, okay? So this is digging up all the dirt, having secrets, be seen, then having to deal with these secrets. Now, a smaller, arena could be that you found out that a relationship, somebody has been unfaithful in a relationship. Now, relationships can be work, people, personal, family. And so it doesn't necessarily mean, totally interpersonal. Maybe your work promised you something and, and they had no intention of following through. Maybe you found that this relationship you were in, one of you was not honest or, unfaithful. So these things come out. However, it's going to be on a more public scene too. Public figures, okay? And this is going to be going on until that December. This is, again, many people, okay, I'm reading this, many people will try to keep their behaviors hidden, but without success. This is, the social norms will be torn down. Now, social norms such as, say that, again, we'll use work, say that you've been bullied and, nobody, or there's a bully that you work with. Nobody goes to HR. Well, somebody does go to HR, and then the HR comes and interviews everybody and finds out, yes, there is a bully. So, new policies are written, things like that. But think of that even bigger. Think of that more globally, okay? Think about, just things coming out that, our public figures will not want us to see, okay? Now, this is also important too. This is a lot of, between these two energies, okay, the new moon and the full moon, a lot of karmic binds will be broken, okay? Because this is also, this full moon, because things are being revealed, it's kind of like the Tower card where everything's falling down, but it's, breaking down so it could be rebuilt. This is all about, again, new beginnings. So you have to kind of think about, where are you? Are you the one that's looking to uncover secrets? Are you the one holding secrets? Are you the one that doesn't even know that anyone has secrets, okay? Many times that's me. It's like, oh, I was surprised at that. So just be aware of that, because these two energies are both about new beginnings. But there is a lot of rough tearing down with before those new beginnings happen. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be a bigger energy. Now we go back to the 7th through the 31st. And that's when we have Mercury Retrograde. Okay? Mercury Retrograde, and that will be in both the signs of Cancer and Leo. So look at, I do put up there, that way that you can see your influencing energies. I do put a website. It's under the About tab, and you can look and you click on the website, put your information in, and it'll tell you. Major things is, of course, your rising, your ascending, your Venus, and your moon. Those are some of the major influencers. So Mercury, what that does is that rules intellect, education, communication, and your thoughts, okay? So we generally think of Mercury as negative because it can be very, very disruptive. Now, also too, the retrograde is actually an illusion of it going retrograde. I don't want to go into what all that's about. Also, there's such a thing called shadow retrogrades. And shadow retrogrades they start about 2 weeks prior and they end 2 weeks later. So we're having this on the 7th. Hopefully I'll get these posted today on the 23rd. So that influence is starting now. So what happens is Mercury is slowing down now, so it can make that appearance of going backwards. Okay? So then that would last until August 14th, the influencing. Now the other thing about it though is that Mercury retrograde is not always negative. It can be, it can be put there. I mean, it can help you to refocus. It can help you to slow down. Now the other thing, and this is really, I like this one, it can also bring back the past. So that's when those people come in that you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since way back when, and this helps with lessons. This is part of that karmic, so all of this is part of that karmic binds being broken or cut. So with those lessons, those are lessons that you might have learned but you didn't close, or these are lessons that you didn't quite learn but you need to close. So it could be something like that. The other thing, it could be something that we still need to learn from so that it can close. Now, the other thing too is that sometimes the universe uses this time to right a wrong. Now, what does that mean? Say that you were in a very loving relationship and for whatever reason it broke, but you were meant to be in a loving relationship. Maybe you had a career and the career, all of a sudden it just was like pulled out from you, okay? So something like that, a relationship that didn't go the way it was supposed to. Well, the universe is saying, no, you were supposed to have this. So your loving relationship could either be that that person comes back into your life, okay, or because you were supposed to have a loving relationship, a new person comes in, okay? Now, the career could be your career, it, dissolved, you went on, and now it's like your career is picking up again. It could be that you're an artist and things dissolved and then all of a sudden it starts to come back. It's like the universe is giving back to you. Now, you're always, I tell people is, not to start jobs, not to start things in Mercury retrograde if you can not do that, but sometimes the universe wants you to start because, again, it's where you were supposed to be. So it has to go back. The energy is such that it has to go back to the past so that you can go forward again. Okay? And then, now, the last thing is that Leo season begins, and that's on the 23rd July 23rd to August 23rd. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And Leo energy is warm, kind, but it can also burn. It can also hate. It can also be mean. So be aware that if you've got whatever these traits are that you may have internally, that you actually have, it could pull those out. So if you have been working on, so again, it can be loving as opposed to being mean. If you've been working on holding, your temper, well, this could be a time that your temper flares up, okay? This could be a time that if you are somebody who is a very big giver, giver of emotions, well, this could be a time where you just feel like you love the world, okay? So I just wanted to add that in, and I wanted to make sure the message was very consistent. Okay, so we're going to start, and like I said, we're going to do our Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. And I'm shuffling now. Let's see if we can, what's going on for my Scorpios for July. Okay, cut. And 3 cards down. 2 and 3. The first card is reversed. Reversed cards means extra power, extra strong message for you. Now let's see what we have. Glasses on. Oh, unity. Okay, Archangel Sandalphon, 5. 5 is about some changes. Now, this is about traditional ways. Now, for this moment, this is traditional ways of thinking about things. And there's going to be some changes for you. It's going to be that that what has always been, what has made you feel comfortable, what you have always said, this is the way it has to be, things are going to be changing, and I feel that it might be a little uncomfortable for you. Now, remember the energies that are going on with July, big stuff happening. So this is going to be stretching you. This is going to be stretching you, stretching your paradigm, stretching what your belief system is, stretching, what you believe to be true. This is stretching that. And with this, it's going to be something that could be very good for your growth, for your, this is kind of that, you've been in a spot right now and it's like it needs to break out of this box. And this is going to be very good for your growth. Now, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Second card, remember, fives are about change. And this one, unity, is traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organization, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Okay, again, this is changing. This is about stretching you and having you see things that maybe you've always felt, this is the way it's supposed to be. Maybe you've always been in a, traditional type of job, and then all of a sudden now you're actually freelancing. It's that type of energy. It can be a little uncomfortable, but it can be extremely exciting too. It can be extremely exciting because it's like, like I said, you're being pulled. Let's go to the next. The Queen of Fire. Now, fire is, of course, our Leo energy, which we're going to be entering into the end of July. It's also Aries, and it's also our Sagittarius, and it's very warm, very loving. It can burn you too, but it's very passionate with this. But this is, again, where I'm saying that you're stretching, this is about you spreading your wings. This is about you, basically, taking this position of maybe discomfort, of this, being a little bit scared, and just saying, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Because this one is confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So again, it's that thing. Maybe you're going to be having a promotion. Maybe you're, the promotion, and you're afraid of it because you're thinking, I can't do that. Well, you know what? Go ahead and try. This is taking you, July is going to take you out of your comfort zone, but in a good way. Now, I'm not going out of my comfort zone to say this, so it's like, yeah, sure, Deb, thanks. But it's taking you to a bigger place, a better place, okay? But it can be frightening. It can be frightening. I truly feel, though, that you do have that, the divine, higher power, guardian angel, spirit guides, voice of the universe. I feel like this is like destiny for you. Okay, next card. Awakening. Now this is Archangel Gabriel, the divine message. So you could be receiving a message. You could be getting news with this. I really feel that there is, we've been talking about, moving forward and, opening up into a greater, greater place, greater position. Now, relationship, personal, job, career, family. But it's like it's moving that relationship into something quite a bit bigger, okay? And it's like, so you might be getting that message. It's scary. You don't, can I do this? Yes, you can do this. You can do what they put down, okay? You can pick it up and you can just do it. Now, the awakening, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It is important to be yourself. This is, again, I feel that there is a destiny component to this, that you have been prepared, you have been brought to this moment. Now, you don't have to take it, you don't, but then, those are the things that you look back and say, why didn't I take that? Why didn't I go for that? Let me, why isn't that? So, again, that five, that change, that, it's not necessarily your typical, it's not necessarily your traditional, it's not safe, okay? And I don't mean that as in, that, you know, you're going to lose money or anything like that. I'm feeling that it's more that it's just not, it's not something that you feel comfortable doing. Okay, and so we'll see. 1, 2, and 3. This is the John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. Let's see what we have here. Again, now that is interesting. It's not funny, but it's interesting. Here it is, this traditional, and here you are trapped in fear. It's scary. It's a scary, you know, when something's opening up and it's like, you know, it's scary to take those steps. It is very scary to take those steps. So this, whatever this is, it's not something you feel, whatever this, I feel kind of promotion. I feel change. I feel change in a relationship. Maybe relationship. Maybe it's thinking that you're going to make things more permanent and it scares you. Maybe but I kind of feel more job related though, but you know, we can relate it to the other. Maybe you're thinking of having a baby and that scares you. But I really feel it's like, you know, you have your mind, you have your mindset, you have your thoughts, you have the way you think it's supposed to be, your life is supposed to be, and it's like, no, things are changing for you. You're being offered opportunities, so it's up to you to take them or not. Don't not take it because you're scared. I mean, if there's a valid reason not to take it, like, oh, no, the money's the money's risky, or, you know, but don't do it because you doubt who you are. Okay. Next card. Memories of love. Okay. Now that's on top of our Queen of Fire, and that's just basically saying that, you know, to me, it's saying that you will have the support of people around you. You will have the support of family members or significant others in this. They see you as being capable of doing anything, so you will have that support. It's more a case of your own internal. It's your internal. Okay, last card. Victory and success. You will do. If this is a job, if this is, you know, whatever this next step is that you're afraid to take, you will be victorious in it. This is victory and success. This saying that, you know, you will, you know, and also it's saying you will make the right decision too. So if you choose not to do it, then it will be right for you at that time. Now, let's see what my Osha Zen Tarot cards have for us. Any advice for our Scorpios? Okay. Any more advice for our Scorpios? More advice. Any more? Okay. Okay, 2 cards. We have 1 card that fell. 2 cards out. Our first card, innocence. Go in with no expectations of yourself. I mean, when I say that, of yourself, of your job, don't expect yourself to fail, whatever this is. Don't expect that it is going to be, you know, that you're not going to live up to this, because you are. You really are. I mean, whatever this is, I know it's scary. But but it's like, no, keep going forward, and don't expect yourself to fail. Now, next card. Reversed card means, you know, think of things differently, you know, new perspectives. Look at things differently. Look at yourself differently. Have a little bit more confidence in your abilities. Have a little more confidence in yourself. Look at this as, you know, this is doorways opening for you. And it's like, do I go in or do I not go in? You know, we go back to that Queen of Fire saying, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. And it's like, you got this. You've got this. Last card. Harmony. This is, again, I feel this is where, whatever this is that's opening up, that you're a little bit worried about taking those steps into, whatever that future is, and you're worried about going into that future, it is what it's supposed to be. It is what, you know, it is kind of, I feel like it is a destiny type of thing. That this is, you know, that this is actually going to get you to a better, I don't know, Yeah, maybe you're going to look at yourself. You're going to, well, you will have to if you continue in. And again, this could be a new job. This could be somebody moving, very far away, very far away. And maybe that's why, with the memories of love, it's very, again, it's scary with that. It's like, well, all the people I love are here. What am I going to do? I'm going to be very alone. I'm going to be, my Scorpios, the one thing about you is you know how to land on your feet, okay? But again, too, think, do your pros and cons. That's always wise to do. Just what I'm trying to say is just don't do it because it scares you, Don't say, well, it scares me, so I'm not going to take a step. No, think about it. Is it something that will further my career? Is it something that I've always wanted to do? Because I feel like it's something you've wanted to do. And now that it's faced, it's like, oh, okay. But it's something, it is something that is working. It is something that that, I don't know, how do I want to say this, except that this is almost like it's almost to put things in a better alignment for you. I know this is harmony, but I feel like this makes your energies in a better alignment. So whatever this is that you're worried about, like I said, don't not take the step because you don't think that you are up to that challenge, because you are up to the challenge. I mean, like I said, if this is moving 5,000 miles away and you have to move your family and such, okay, no. Take everything into consideration. Do it based upon those reasons, not because you are afraid. Because this is all about you, you just like soaring. I feel like this is you taking off. Now, if this is something that you choose not to do, don't feel depressed about it. Again, don't feel depressed, because the opportunity, the fact that you were considered for this, and again, I know I'm going towards a job type of thing, but the fact that you're considered for this, I think will open up other opportunities for you too, that you might actually be more willing to take. Okay? I hope that makes sense, my Scorpios. It makes sense to me, but I hope it makes sense to you too. So my Scorpios, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.